Hello, my name is Jenkins, and I'm going to talk about the 8 things that I'm either proud of or that I felt like I did very well. First is at my first job, this was literally a couple of months into starting working at the Department of Transportation. I'm learning what we're supposed to do as far as designing in the transportation side, but I'm used to graphic design, and for some reason, my boss was trying to make this board, and it really wasn't complicated, but they're so high level that they're just used to doing very complicated things that I took the initiative to say, I think that I can do this board to look like what you're trying to do. And I don't even think he believed me, but because I was still learning, I just didn't have an extreme amount of work to do. So kind of in my downtimes, I was doing it, trying to figure out like how to make this board look kind of cool. Because at 19 or 22, I guess, looking cool was what I was trying to, making things look cool was something that I could do at the time. I didn't know how to really design roads yet, but I can design papers. So I created this presentation board that had all of the different designs that someone already designed. So I didn't have to do the design work, but I put it on a board in a presentable manner, and my boss was extremely impressed. And for me, not feeling like I knew what I was doing as far as transportation, but doing that and getting acknowledgement for that was just an extreme boost of confidence. So I was really proud of that. The second thing is, that I'm proud of or that I do well is I volunteer. In college, I volunteered as mentors to young students. It was multiple students. Like we did it through the engineering program, and there were multiple students that we worked with. But even post graduation, I joined the Big Brother Big Sister program, and I mentored one little girl from about 8 to 10. And it's always rewarding to be able to teach and work with a young person, and if nothing else, just let them know, hey, I'm somebody you can talk to. Also, I volunteer with Habitat for Humanities, volunteer with the homeless, just kind of any kind of way that I can give back my time I've tried to do. The third thing is in 2009, I opened my photography company. I've been a photographer since I was 14 years old. And I started off in wedding photography, and then I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I went into editorial work because everyone here wanted to model or did model or whatever. So we were always able to get models to work with. And then I did a lot of creative stuff because I was working with other photographers. And then I moved on to events. And then finally in 2009, I had a good enough portfolio to design my website and get my business cards together. And I have the talent side of it, but I've never actually learned the business side. So I put that all together and presented myself for pretty good business that I was able to take to wedding expos, and I've made and done pretty good, for myself with my little small photography business. The fourth thing is from the photography business, I kind of, have been exposed to the event planning side, as a whole. So I've actually expanded the photography business into event planning, and it's been, pretty interesting to be able to take, I guess I'm proud of it because I've had at least 2 events that were at the end of the event, the client was like, this was life-changing. So that felt pretty good to be able to feel like you did something or your job was done so well that it affected someone's life in a positive way. The fifth thing was my mother's retirement party. Why I'm so proud of that is because I'm the baby of the family, and I come from, my mother has worked very hard to give all of us everything, and me being the last, I've probably reaped all the benefits of everyone's hard work. I've been blessed and loved very well, and this was the first time I was able to kind of give back financially. Like I can do stuff and I babysit and Janique, take these pictures, or Janique, do all these different things. But I organized this party from top to bottom, and I was even able to present my mother with a check. I took my entire, I collected money from the family, but I took my entire refund check and was able to give her a couple of $1,000, and it was awesome. So number 6 thing that I'm proud of is in college, I was a dual engineer major. I majored in civil engineering and I majored in architectural engineering, as well as a scholarship athlete. I played volleyball for 4 years. I was actually there 6 years, dual majoring in engineering. But I played volleyball, scholarship athlete, scholarship student. I had a partial scholarship for academics, partial for athletics. All while we were in the mentoring program, I did ROTC. I I was involved in a lot of societies, so like NAACP, National Society of Black Engineers, Architectural Engineering Institute, with ASCE, and I think it was at least 1 or 2 more. I mean, that was a little while ago, but at the time, it was extremely extreme to have been involved with all of the things that I was involved in. And I was pretty successful the whole way, because I actually spent 6 years in undergrad, but even at 6 years, completing 2 engineering degrees on scholarship, plus athletic scholarship, plus all of the things that I was involved in. In fact, I was the only one. As an athlete, they always treated me like, oh, you're an athlete, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do that because you're an athlete. They're going to excuse you. But as an engineer, there was no excuses. And as somebody who wanted to be successful, I didn't want to have any excuses. So it was an extreme accomplishment to have been able to get through it all. Number 7, I was a scholarship athlete as far as volleyball, but I don't feel like I was the best volleyball player in the world. But I was presented with an opportunity to coach, and because I didn't feel like I was like the best like Penn State player, like I'm not sure if I can coach, but when I did it, we went all the way to quarterfinals, and my girls did amazing. And I learned about myself that I was really good as a coach. And I've actually coached on the high school level since. I've actually been presented with the college coaching opportunities. It would take a little more work to get them, but I don't actually want them because on the high school level you can teach. And I realized how much I loved coaching my high school girls. And the last thing that I'm really proud of and that I've done, I'm actually not that good at yet, but I am working on it, is being a stay-at-home mom. That has been the most rewarding, challenging, hardest, extreme to the extreme job anybody can have. I have 2 little boys, one with a disability. My husband joined the military, so he's been out of the house, so it has been a lot of work, especially I'm trying to complete my MBA. I'm actually trying to find a job, and raising these 2 baby boys has been the biggest leadership role I have ever taken in my entire life. So those are my 8 things. Thanks for listening.